everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Two Spoons. I'm Hannah Sundarani and I make vegan recipes worth sharing. Today I'm making one of my favorites. This is a standalone main dish, or it can be a side dish, but it's good enough to be a main. This is for my baked potato recipe stuffed with mushroom and spinach. It is so good. I like to drizzle at the end with a little bit of vegan gravy. It is just so lush and completely elevates it, but you don't have to. You can take it or leave it. It's really delicious as is. I'm gonna be showing you how to make it today, so let's get started. So we're gonna start by poking some holes into our potatoes, and then we're gonna wrap in foil and we're gonna bake them. So poking the holes in the potatoes is just a really nice way to kind of let the steam release as we bake it. It just kind of gives it like an access point for all that steam from the inside to come out. If you don't, there is a possibility that they might explode. Not the end of the world because they are wrapped in tin foil, but I would like to avoid it if possible. I am using russet potatoes for this recipe. I find that it holds its shape really nice and well when it's baked, and it's sort of that like classic potato that we use in a baked potato. It's got a really nice skin that you can eat, and all around, it's a great shape for stuffing. Okay, so I got my 4 potatoes here. We can wrap these in foil, put them on our baking tray, and get them in the oven. So in England, they call baked potatoes jacket potatoes, which I just think is the cutest name because it is like a little potato wrapped in a little jacket. Like, why don't we call that here? So these are nice and wrapped in their little jackets. So we're gonna get them in the oven. I've got my oven at 425. We are cooking on high heat here, and we're gonna cook them until they're fork tender. That's probably gonna take about 40 minutes. So now we're gonna work on our filling. This is the mushroom and spinach medley. I'm gonna start with a healthy dollop of coconut oil. This is going to be what's cooking our mushrooms. I have pre-sliced these mushrooms here. We're just gonna get the heat on. So we'll toss in the mushrooms. And basically what we want to do here is we want to kind of spread them out so that they're crowded, but they're not overcrowded. So mushrooms actually have really high water content, which is why people always say not to overcrowd because it stops them from browning. So I've got my heat pretty high here. I always like to do medium high heat, so somewhere in between. And then I just kind of cluster them up and burn away that water. So we're gonna give this a stir. These mushrooms are really gonna shrink up as they cook. I'm gonna sprinkle with a little bit of salt. And you can see there's a lot of water here that is releasing. Okay, so I almost forgot the garlic. This is kind of supposed to go in at the beginning, but we're just gonna throw it in now. You can see these are browning really beautifully now, which is what we want, and a lot of that water content is starting to steam away. Okay, next up, we're really gonna start flavoring these mushrooms. So I'm adding in some almond butter. I know what you're probably thinking. Almond butter with mushrooms. Don't knock it till you try it. This is a secret ingredient that I think everyone needs to know. It makes your mushrooms taste amazing. We're also gonna add in some lemon juice. And a little bit of balsamic. And we're just gonna let this simmer until it's nice and thick. These are looking so luscious. My goodness. Okay, so the last step is to wilt our spinach. So I'm gonna throw this in here. I'm just gonna kind of mix it in. I want the steam to wilt it. So we can cover this and let it steam, or if we're finding that it's feeling a little dry, that we burn too much of the moisture out, we can always add a splash of water to bring back a little bit of that moisture. Okay, this is looking absolutely perfect. The spinach is fully wilted. It's a vivid green. It's just looking glorious. The mushrooms are beautifully golden. It's looking saucy. So I'm gonna remove this from the heat. We're gonna wait for those baked potatoes to finish baking. Now, if you like, you can work on your gravy now. I gotta say, I recommend this vegan gravy. It just totally elevates it and makes it so lush. So I have actually already pre-prepared the gravy. I have an episode for my Christmas dinner menu where I show you exactly how to make this. This has been cooling in my fridge, so I just want to bring it back to a nice temperature. So I'm just gonna heat this and give it a little whisk, and we can use it on our potatoes. Let's stuff these potatoes. These are piping hot, steaming, and ready to be filled. Okay, now for the taste test. I'm literally drooling. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. Definitely one of the best stuffed potatoes I've ever had. I really love that combo of the mushroom medley with the almond butter and the balsamic. It's so good. Extra lush, extra comforting. The gravy just takes the cake. I could eat both of these potatoes. I think I will. This would make a great standalone main or a side dish, whatever you want. So there we go, a recipe for the best stuffed potato you have ever had. I really think you're gonna love it, and if you give it a try, make sure that you let me know in the comments below what you think. I always love hearing from you guys, and make sure that you give this episode a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get more vegan recipes like this. I'll see you later, bye.